During a convention, Warner Brothers clarified that Batman is definitely very dead in the upcoming game Gotham Knights. We've known that to be a central component of the story since the game was announced, but the question was of whether he's really dead has become a bit of an elephant in the room when it comes down to Gotham Knights. After all, we know that in the comics on which Gotham Knights is based, characters die, then come back all the time. So it wouldn't be a huge shocker for Batman to return to life in some form in Gotham Knights. However, according to creative director Patrick Redding, Batman is straight up deceased and he stays that way throughout the end of the game. During a fan Q&A at the convention, not only did Redding confirm Batman is really dead in Gotham Knights, but Joker won't be in the game at all either. And however, as of now, we know Harley Quinn is in fact in the game. You see, Gotham Knights is based around the premise that Batman has died and the extended Bat family has united in an effort to carry on the legacy of Bruce Wayne as they face the villainous faction that is the Court of Owls. But that interesting plot premise gives rise to more questions than answers, and to that end, we can't help but ask, is Batman really dead in Gotham Knights? According to the devs, Batman is dead in Gotham Knights for a fact. Creative director Patrick Redding confirmed this in an interview at this year's Comic-Con that the Batman is in fact really dead in Gotham Knights and will remain the same throughout this whole story. But there are at least two counter arguments to the developer's statement, with the first being that this might be a classic case of mismarketing. We have seen multiple instances of developers purposely misleading the audience into believing that something wouldn't be part of the final game in an effort to surprise fans with a shocking twist. And one of the most recent examples of such marketing has to be The Last of Us Part 2. Prior to the game's launch, Naughty Dog even showed off alternate scenes with Joel that wouldn't be in the final game, so as to make the character's death hit harder by having an element of surprise with it. And the second counter argument to the previous statement is the actual scenario surrounding Batman's death. According to Gotham Knights' story, Batman supposedly died during a freak accident in the Batcave that led to him destroying the entire facility along with himself. I'm no detective myself, but doesn't that sound a little bit too weird and definitely too convenient for someone as strong and intelligent as Batman? There's always the possibility that this might be a cover-up death for our Caped Crusader, and it wouldn't be the first time he would have done so during his decade-long career as a vigilante hunter. Batman has faked his death multiple times in the comics, such as when he was losing a fight with Superman. By faking his own death, Batman managed to get some time to go underground and build an entire army to defeat the Man of Steel. Hell, Batman even faked his own death at the end of Batman Arkham Knight. After having his identity revealed at the hands of the Scarecrow, Batman had to activate the Nightfall Protocol, wherein he destroys the Wayne Manor with himself and Alfred apparently inside to make a show for the journalists surrounding the house. As such, it's possible that Batman has once again faked his death to accomplish a greater purpose. And in his absence, Gotham's Rogues Gallery has once again taken to the streets for a mob grab of power. The Court of Owls is a big organization that uses his highly trained assassins, the Talons, for carrying out its dirty work. We also have to consider that Joker doesn't make an appearance in Gotham Knight as well. We know for a fact that Batman and Joker are inseparable enemies who will fight until the end of time. And if Joker isn't dead, why isn't he out there wreaking havoc on the denizens of Gotham City now that his biggest enemy is out of the way? Of course, there's also the possibility of the DC extended universe to consider as well. It could be that Batman is helping out other superheroes from the extended universe like Wonder Woman in a larger conflict, but both of these possibilities seem rather slim, because if either of that would be the case, why would Batman pretend that he is indeed dead and even go as far to hide the same from his extended Bat family? It's highly unlikely, but one worth considering nevertheless. Of course guys, this is all fan theories and speculations that we are drawing out based on our limited knowledge of the game. As far for the bottom line, we will have to stick to what WB Montreal has said about Gotham Knights for the time being. The Batman is dead, and he will remain dead throughout the course of the story and wouldn't make an appearance in any shape or form. But even so, it seems very possible that we will get to know more about this disappearance either throughout the story or throughout hidden collectibles or fragments prepared throughout the city. Hopefully the answers to the death of Batman get answered in a Gotham Knights prequel comic series called Batman Gotham Knights Gilded City, which will be based on Batman's last case before the start of the game, where the Dark Knight seemingly dies and leaves his city in the care of the Bat family.